that I am live. Yes, I'm live and I'm off camera and I just need to check that I am. Yes, and the sound is working. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, beautiful people, whoever is here live. It is lovely to be with you here again today. If you weren't here 2 days ago, this is just makeup, really. No, it's not. Yeah, I had a little bit of a fight with my push bike and the push bike won, unfortunately. So fortunately, nothing broken. I'm all good. I'm just a bit battered and bruised and a bit sore, a bit of a headache because I bashed my head. But that's life. That's what happens when you live life and you don't sit around and wait for life to happen to you. You go out and you grab it and you run with it. Sometimes you fall flat in your face. Case in point. And it's okay. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, you get back on with it. And this is a perfect analogy for all of life. And today, we are talking about taking your power back. So it is super that you are in control of your destiny. If you want to shape your future and control your destiny and be able to be determine your own outcomes, then you need to look at life in a different way. If you have been allowing life to happen to you and you haven't literally been taking it by the scruff of the neck and go, okay, this is where we're going, come on, then now is the time. What is your intention? I want you to think about that very, very carefully for the next 20 minutes. What is your intention? Or next half an hour, sorry. Set your intention, not just the next half an hour, but for the shift that you're going to experience in the next half hour, the next 30 minutes, that is going to be the catalyst for massive change in the rest of your life. If you want change, guess what has to change? This thing, you. Didn't want to point at you, but you have to change. If you want change, you have to change. You have to embrace change. You have to follow a path that creates change. Life is ever changing. It is either changing by your direction or it is changing just because you are not directing it and it is leading you where you don't want to go. What's it going to be? It's up to you. You get to make the choices. You get to make the decisions. So set your intention right now. Where are you going from this point forward? Where are you going? Now that you are clear and you have set your intention for your direction, for where you want to land, what is your intention for the next 30 minutes? What are you going to let go of over the next 30 minutes that is going to help you to really catapult you and to be the catalyst for that shift that sort of you sort of going along like this and all of a sudden you go like this. What's it going to be? What do you need to let go of? This is a very important question, by the way. What do you need to let go of? What fear? What doubt? Lack of self-confidence, lack of self-worth, lack of self-belief? What do you need to let go of to be the catapult for you to finally get on the path that takes you from where you are to where you want to be? So now, what we do on these sessions, if you've never been on them before, is we use EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, tapping, whatever you want to call it. And what I do is I take you through some exercises, I take you through some tapping, but the whole time I want you to tap, continuous tapping, flow tapping, I call it. And that's why this is a tap and talk. I talk, I tap, you tap at the same time. Now, if you don't want to do this the whole time because your arms get tired or because you're somewhere public, then just do this. It's on the side of the hand. There's my elbows. Yeah, it was a pretty heavy duty tumble. So you tap on the side of the fingers like that, or you can do this, or you can do one hand, whatever works best for you. but just tap. You will be amazed. This technique is so powerful, even if you are not doing targeted tapping, at releasing things that are anchoring you into your past, because we get anchored into our past and then we just repeat the same habits, the same patterns, and it's Groundhog Day every day. Nothing changes because we're scared, because we're afraid of change. Well, carpe diem, people. It is time to grab life by the scruff of the neck and say, come on, you're coming with me. I am not going to be at your mercy any longer. I am not going where you want me to go from this point forward. I am taking the lead and I am leading my life. Do you know most people never lead their lives? They just fall into lockstep with whatever society expects of them, with whatever people around them expect of them. They want to be accepted. They want their approval. They don't want conflict. I get it. I'm not a fan of conflict. I had the disease to please once. Don't have it anymore. It's very liberating. So you need to free yourself of these self-imposed constraints that say you have to fit in, you have to comply, you have to conform. That's society telling you that, and it is BS. It's BS. Stop complying, stop conforming. Stop following the crowd. If you want what 99% of the people are getting, then follow the 99%. That ain't me. Dare to stand out, dare to be different, dare to declare your destiny and claim it from this point forward. Repeat after me. Let's start on the inside of the eye and repeat after me. I choose to claim my destiny. I choose to determine my destiny. I'm choosing to shape my future and build my life my way. I refuse to compromise anymore. I am done compromising. I am done pleasing everybody else. I am done conforming with everybody else's expectations. I am done complying with what everybody else tells me. I am done being the 99%. I'm ready to break out. I'm ready to break free. And I am choosing change. I am choosing to get out of my comfort zone. I am choosing to do what's hard so I can shape my future and claim my destiny. Because I was born for more. I was meant for so much more than this. But I've been settling. I've been just allowing life to roll over me. Not anymore. That stops right here, right now. Because I am declaring and claiming my destiny. I am choosing to shape my future. I'm ready to do what's hard and get uncomfortable so I can have the life of my dreams and live the way everybody else wants to, but they don't have the courage or the conviction to claim it. That's true. 99% of people want to live like the 1%. Well, okay, maybe not 99% of people, but a large majority of people would love the opportunity, if it was handed to them on a platter, to live the life of the 1%. Maybe there are things that we wouldn't do, but the lifestyle, the freedom, the money, the wealth, being able to choose what to do, what we want, when we want. But the vast majority of people aren't willing to do what it takes to get there. Apart from the people who were born rich, okay, they were born into privilege, they won that birth lottery, maybe. Heard some pretty horrific stories about some people who were born into rich families, but that's a whole other video. But you get my point. If you want to achieve what only 1% or less of people achieve, then you're going to have to be willing to do what 1% or less of people are willing to do. And I'm going to give you some hard truths. Now, firstly, it's really important that you understand that you are not constricted or defined by your past. Nothing can define you. Your past experiences have shaped you. Your life has caused you to become the person you need to be, but it doesn't define you. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It hasn't shaped you to become the person you need to be. It's shaped you to become the person you are. Your past has shaped you to become the person you are. That does not define you unless you allow it to. It does not define your future unless you decide it does. It's important that you embrace the possibilities of the future that are limitless for you, for anybody. I don't care who you are in the world. The possibilities are limitless and endless. Why? Because we are living in a simulation. We're living in a freaking simulation. This experience that you're having, it's a holographic projection, and it is of your creation. It's magical, it's miraculous, it's amazing. It's baffling, it's confusing. I listen to some wacky stuff sometimes, and I've been listening to actually a guy called Chase Hughes. If you do not know who Chase Hughes is, oh my goodness, look this dude up. He is freaking incredible. Short story is mentalist. He's done a lot of work on psychology, neurology, all this stuff, right? Gets some sort of a brain disease that's degenerative, like crazy. Guy who specializes in the brain and behavior, and the way the brain works, gets a brain disease. And he's taking methylene blue, which has helped him a lot to stop, he was having seizures. But then he starts doing psychedelics. Like, whoa, wait, what? He starts doing psychedelics, and there is proof coming out that psychedelics in a controlled and safe environment can be extremely beneficial for people who have brain disorders, mental illness, PTSD. It's crazy how good this stuff can be when it's done properly and done right. Okay, you don't want to go up taking that stuff willy nilly, right? Because it can be extremely catastrophic as well. I want to tell you the story my husband told me on the weekend. It's like, wait, what? You did what? And that happened? Shit. This is when he was a kid, by the way. It's like years and years and years and years, like decades and decades and decades ago, when he was a teenager. But something happened to somebody in a group and they were taking psychedelics. It was, yeah, he just went, not going there. But this guy, Chase Hughes, he said that he does DMT, and he said that you can actually set your intention, and you can ask for like the answer to how the universe works, the answer to consciousness. And he said you can ask, and whatever entities are out there, they will show you, but don't expect to understand it, and don't expect to be able to come back and explain it, because it is incomprehensible to our little human brains. The nature of our existence is so expansive and beyond our comprehension. But we've got to work with what we got, right? So it's important that you don't get in this state of learned helplessness and victimhood. It blows my mind how many people I see online in various platforms who are constantly screaming at each other and blaming everybody else for their problems. Wait, what? It's not the government's fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's not society's fault. It's your responsibility. It's time to take radical responsibility. If you want to change your destiny, if you want to claim your destiny, then you have to take radical responsibility. I'm sorry. And you have to stop screaming at all these people for your life being crap. It's not how this works. If you keep giving your power away, then guess what? You're going to keep getting the crap results that you've got. Take your power back. Repeat after me. I'm ready to take my power back. I'm ready to stop projecting blame outside of me. I'm ready to take radical responsibility. I'm ready to show up and be massively responsible for my results. I'm ready to take extreme ownership for my life. I'm ready to take extreme ownership for my future. I refuse to accept mediocrity. I refuse to accept anything less than the future that I design. I choose to stop blaming external forces for my results, for my life. I will not be a victim any longer because I know I'm in control. I choose to know I'm in control. I'm deciding that I'm in control. And I'm deciding to take radical responsibility for all my results, for my future, for the life that I create from this point forward. I'm choosing extreme ownership over every part of my life. I'm deciding to get clear on what it is that I want to create. I'm deciding to take massive action to create what it is that I want. I decide to do the work and get out of my own way. I decide to grow and expand and become the best and most powerful version of me. I decide to start where I'm at. Let me start that again. I decide to start where I'm at. Use what I have and do what I can to make progress every single day toward my vision, my hopes, my dreams. And I will overcome any situation and any circumstances that slow me down, stand in my way, and stop me from making progress. Because I know I am infinitely powerful. I know I have the ability to create anything I put my mind to. And I'm determined and committed to creating the life I want and living the life on my terms. Okay. Now you can take a deep breath while you're still tapping. Are you feeling a shift in your energy at this point? This is the kind of attitude. It's all about attitude. Attitude is everything. If you want to claim your destiny, if you want to change your stars, then you've got to shift your attitude and show up no matter what. I could have let this crap stop me. Like, man, that's a bit confronting. But it's all aesthetic. It's all the meat suit. It's all packaging. Doesn't change me, doesn't change my capabilities. And I don't have that big of an ego that I have to look picture perfect. God, if I did, I'd probably never show up. I wouldn't show up. But you've got to show up for yourself, for your vision, for your dreams. You've got to stop allowing your past and your experiences to define you. You've got to stop allowing yourself to being stuck in those fear-based states. It's all about changing your state of being. Take a breath, girl. Take a breath. So I think I've preached at you enough. I want you to come back to, what is it that you really want? What do you want your life to look like? What's it going to take for you to feel empowered enough to get out of your own way, to just claim it and go, it is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. Because as I often talk about, if not every single time I come on, I talk about this whole experience that you're having right now being of your own creation, because it is your attention and your focus that brings, where am I? That brings all the energy. So we live in an existence that is energy and frequency and vibration. That is it. Our entire existence is energy, frequency, and vibration. And it is your attention and your focus that causes all that energy, frequency, and vibration to actually come and create what feels like a real experience. It feels like it's actually happening. Well, it's not. It's just a holographic projection. So, what are you going to focus on differently? Where are you going to put your attention? Are you going to keep screaming at the TV when you see people you don't like, or situations that you don't like, and ranting and pouring all your energy into that? No, you're probably not that person because you're here listening to this. But I think we all at times get caught up in the drama and what's going on externally. I'm not saying don't observe what's going on. What's going on in the world right now is freaking fascinating. Like, we have more happening in a day globally in the 3D environment than used to happen in like a decade. It's ridiculous. It's impossible to keep up at everything that's going on. But if you get caught up in picking a side, or emotionally distressed or angry or any of that, then you're just buying into the theater. You're just buying into the theater, and it's all a deliberate distraction because it makes you actually dump your power. Think about it. If you are centered, if you are fully in your power, would any of that stuff out there really bother you? Really? Would it? Would you get caught up in the narrative and the news cycles, whatever you're watching? Would you let it upset you? Would it even be relevant? If you're centered, if you're in your power. Because those who are truly centered and those who are in their power, they are claiming their destiny and they are doing what they came here to do. And they are making a contribution and a difference. Not through fighting what is. You can't fight what is. What is is. You're just wasting energy. If you don't like what is, then create something new. Pour your energy into creating something different, not fighting the old, because you're going to lose that battle. The only way you can really create change in your life is to start anew, start afresh, with a fresh attitude, with a fresh outlook, with a fresh perspective. Remember, everything is a story. Everything is perception. So what perceptions are you going to change from this point forward that empower you, that inspire you, that uplift you, and uplift and inspire and inspire and empower others? I can't even say more words. Must have been the knock to the head on the weekend. Because that is the future of our world. The future of our world will be created. The new earth paradigm will be created through those who are willing to lead and inspire and empower and uplift others, not fight the machine. The machine is the machine. The machine has been going through its machinations for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And it was designed to basically enslave us and defeat us and yada, yada, yada. Stop buying into it. Stop buying into it. What are you going to create instead? What are you going to be a part of? There are people out there who are creating amazing new parallel systems that are pro-humanity. Now, the current system, it needs to collapse, or at least be entirely restructured. It might not need, I used to think that it would have to collapse entirely, but there needs to be such a radical restructure around the current systems. But there are people out there who that is their mission, that is the purpose, that is why they're here. And if that's you, great, go and do that. But if you're here, then you're a light worker or an empath or a healer or a coach or somebody who is here to uplift others. What are you going to do with that? What is your purpose? What is your passion? What is your mission? Claim it now. Reach for the stars. What's it saying? Shoot for the stars, and if you land on the moon, then it's been a good day. That's not the saying, but it's the drift. Reach for the stars. Because you were born deserving, you were born rich, you were born abundant. And this existence, it takes effort. It takes intention. It takes deliberately creating your life your way. There are no passive bystanders who end up living their dream life. Not entirely. There may be some who are born into great circumstances, but even they have to make an effort. So where are you putting your attention, your energy, your effort, your resources? Remember, it's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. If you think that you don't have the resources, then go and listen to some of the stories of some of the people who are out there who are so inspiring. There's one guy who just comes to mind, Nick Vujicic. Oh no, don't ask me to spell it. Nick Vujicic. He's an incredible guy. Just look up no arms, no legs, no worries. That is literally his little saying. No arms, no legs, no worries. He was a thalidomide child. He was born without arms, without legs. He's got like a little flipper. That's all he's got. One of his one of his legs is like a little flipper. And he has made the most incredible life for himself. He's an international preacher. He's very religious. Don't know what denomination. I don't follow him that closely. But his speeches bring people to tears because of the adversity that he has had to deal with in his life. And he has made a great life for himself. Yes, there are things he can't physically do, but that doesn't mean he can't achieve great things by being resourceful. What's your excuse? There are no excuses. You may think you have perfectly valid reasons. They're excuses. I'm not diminishing what you have been through. I am not diminishing the past traumas or difficulties or challenges that you have had to overcome, but they are your fuel. They are your launching pad. Use them, because there is nothing that can hold you back, slow you down, or stop you if you don't allow it to. So I am going to leave it there. I do hope you found this inspiring. If you have, if you've enjoyed this, then please like and subscribe, comment. Let me know how this landed for you, because I'd love to get this out to more people. I'd love for them to be inspired. I'd love to build this community. So like it, share it with people who you might think benefit from it. This weird woman tapping on her face with the technicolor face. It really is hilarious. I love you loads, and I want the best for you. Do you? Do you truly want the best for you? Are you committed to doing whatever it takes? Are you committed to becoming the best version of you? Are you committed to reaching for the stars and claiming your destiny? All right. I love you loads. I will see you again next week with another flow tapping session, another tap and talk. Until next time, take care. Ciao for now.